Today we are solving this problem, count number of bad pairs. Okay, so here given a zero index integer array nums, a pair of index I and j is a bad pair if I is less than j and the j minus I is not equal to nums j minus nums I. We can visualize like this. So for example, see here, if we take an example of the pair 0 and 1 index, okay, then what is the difference? The difference is obviously 1 minus 0, right? This is the difference of indexes, which is 1. But look at the values sitting at there. At index 1 it is 11 and at index 0 it is 4. So 11 minus 4. So what it is? It will equal to 7. So see here, index difference is not equal to the difference of the values. So this is an example of bad pair. This is basically a bad pair. I will take an example of good pair as well. Okay. So where is the good pair? So good pair is the pair where, see here, if we take an example of value sitting at index 1 and index 3. So what is the index difference? It is 3 minus 1. So what it is? 3 minus 1 equal to 2. This is the difference of j minus I. Now look at the value sitting at there. So value at 3 is 13, right? So we will put here 13. And value sitting at index 1, what it is? It is 11, right? So 13 minus 11. So what is the difference? Difference also equal to 2. So when value difference and index difference is same, then we can call it good pair. So see here, 1 and 3 is a good pair. So we can write 1 index 1 and index 3. This is a good pair. But index 0 and 1 is a bad pair. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to find the total number of bad pair in a given array. This is what we have to do. Now, next thing is how to find that, right? That is the important thing. So how to find is like at any index, if we find total number of good pairs, then if we do the index minus number of good pairs, then this will give us the total number of bad pairs, right? For example, here till here, let's say we are at index 3. Okay, so if we found how many good pairs are already occurred, if we make a difference, so 3 minus number of good pairs would be equal to anyway equal to bad pairs, because we know that at any n we would have total pairs are good pairs and the bad pairs. So if we do n minus good pairs, that will give us the total number of bad pairs. So we will go in that approach. Let's go ahead. What would be my approaches? So if we go to the question, see here, it is written here that j minus I should not equal to nums j minus nums I. So let me write for the good pairs. So what we can write it, we can write it like this. Yeah, so they are saying j minus I. So for good pair, what it should be, j minus I should be equal to nums of, I will call nums of j. Let's say I'm calling this j equal to colored one. So nums of j minus nums of I, right? This is what a good pair is. When equal to, right? So we can write it like this. So if we can write it like this, what if I get this guy? I'm taking this guy to left side. So this would become j minus nums j, right? J minus nums j equal to I minus nums I, correct? I'm taking I to the right side. So it would become now I minus this guy, nums I. So now we can say that for any good pair I and j, this would be our formula, right? Mathematical formula. We just did this same condition, the one which is given in the question. We moved just I together and j together, j terms together, right? So at any place we can say that if difference of j minus num j equal to I minus num I, then I and j would be a good pair. So remember, right now we are calculating for the good pairs. Okay, now what will happen is we will have a hash map. Okay, so in the hash map we will keep on storing the differences. So what we will do is we will traverse through this array like this. Okay, and at any point of time what we will do is we will make this difference. Okay, for example, we are going from I equal to 0 till n. Let's say I equal to 0 to n, because n could be the size of this array, right? So I equal to 0 to n. But what we can do, we have to find the diff. We can call it, let's say, diff, integer diff equal to, so diff equal to I minus nums I, right? This is what we are going. So I minus nums I. So if we get this difference, we will check whether this has occurred already or not at any some other index on left side. Let's say we have already seen similar difference. That means we have found a pair of the good pair ij, right? So what we will do is we will make a hash map. We can store this difference in a hash map and traverse through this array. So wherever we find this hash map that this is already seen, that means we found another good pair. So at any point of time, if we found the good pairs, then we can do this at whatever index we are. That if we do I, let's say we are at index I, so I minus number of good pairs equal to give us the total number of this thing bad pairs, right? If we do at any index I minus number of good pairs, right? So we will get all the bad pairs in this way, and we will keep on summing all those bad pairs, and finally we will have the answer. So let me show you how I am doing in my code part. So see here. So we are making one hash map to store the differences, right? Because we have to know the difference of I minus a of I, nums of I. So I have two variable, good pairs and bad pairs. So I'm making this long because answer should be long. This could be very large value. So see here, we are traversing through array, and we are first of all getting diff, means I minus nums I, wherever we are going. Now see here, we are getting the good pairs. So we are in difference map. This is the map, right? In this map, I am looking that, hey, is there this diff already occurred or not? So see here, if it is occurred, we are getting the difference. Otherwise, default value 0 is coming. So we will get, if we have already some good pair, then what we will do, we will make this bad pair equal to at whatever index we are. So I minus total number of good pairs we have found, right? So we are making bad pairs equal to bad pairs plus I minus good pairs, right? Now at here, because we found, in case we found a good pair, then we are adding that, right? Diff comma good pairs plus 1, because anyway, if that is the case, if this diff is already occurred, that means we are making plus 1. Otherwise, if never occurred, then by default it would be 0, right? So 0 plus 1. So then we are adding this diff equal to diff map dot put diff and good pairs plus 1. So finally what we will do, we will traverse through this entire array and see here in this bad pairs variable, we are storing all the bad pairs we occurred based upon these good pairs, and finally we are returning total number of bad pairs. So let me execute this code. So yeah, let me try to submit it. So here we are going the single traversal and in O of n time complexity. Okay, this is 82.85.29%. So time complexity is O of n, space complexity is also O of n, because we are using HashMap. So thank you for watching this video. If you guys have any concern, please make a comment over there. Thank you.